Let's start by making our good tank. To do so, we're going to need an actor. So head into the Actors tab of your library. Click on this little button here, or the plus sign in the upper right, to make an actor. Now you can double click on it to rename it, and we're going to call it Good Tank. Next, let's go ahead and give our Good Tank actor an image. So go into the Media tab here, click on Tank Blue, and then drag that onto the actor here. Next, let's make sure we're in the right scene. We're going to want to put our tank on level 1. So click on that. And then head back to the Actors tab. And let's drag our Good Tank actor onto the scene. He looks a little big, so let's go ahead and resize him down. To resize an actor, you can edit the width and height attributes up here. You can edit the width and height attributes under the list of size attributes in the inspector. Or you can use these little handles to go ahead and just drag the size down. We're going to want to make our actor 64 by 64. Then position him in the upper left here. And what good is a tank if it can't move, right? So let's go ahead and add a rule. We're going to call this rule Move Forward. And the condition for our rule is going to be a key press, so we're going to use the key condition. We're going to click in this blank space here, and we're going to push the up arrow key. You'll see that it fills in with the word up. And then now we have our rule that'll run the logic whenever the up arrow key is pressed. Go ahead and expand this do section. Then we're going to add a move behavior. And 300 is probably a little fast, so let's go ahead and make it 150. We're going to keep the direction still 0 relative to the actor. And now if we preview, we're going to see a black screen. And that's because the Windows version of GameSalad always previews from the first scene in your list here. So since we want to preview the level 1 scene, let's go ahead and move that to the top, and then preview again. There's our tank. If we press the up arrow key, we'll see that he moves forward. So that looks good. Let's go back to the editor and save the project. Next, let's go ahead and add a move backward rule as well. So we're going to add another rule. We're going to call it Move Backward. This is going to look very similar to our first rule. We're going to give it the key condition. We're going to use the down arrow key. We're going to add our move behavior. And we're going to make this move in direction 180 relative to the actor, which is directly to the left, or the back of the actor. We're going to give it the same speed, so it's not inconsistent. And we can preview. Make sure that our actor moves forward and back whenever we press the right keys. That looks good, so we can go back. Now, let's go ahead and set up some rotation for the actor so that we can move around the scene fully. I'm going to call this Rotate Left. We're going to have another key press condition. We're going to have the left arrow key. And instead of a move behavior, we're going to want to add a rotate behavior here. We're going to leave this as counterclockwise, and we're going to change the speed down to 60. So now when we preview, you should be able to see our tank go forward, backwards, and if we push the left arrow key, you should also kind of rotate around. Let's go back and add a rotate right rule. It's going to be very similar to the rotate left rule. It's going to have a key condition, and it's going to be the right arrow key. And in the do section here, we're going to add another rotate behavior. And we're going to make it clockwise instead of counterclockwise. We're going to make sure that the speed is also 60. So now when we preview, we should have a tank that can move forwards, backwards, and rotate left and right. And that looks good. So let's head back, save our project, and head on to the next section to learn about creating walls so that the actor can't move off the scene.